Cassia's turn, and we did... Oh, hello, you two. That wasn't part of the plan, so she needs to move for sure. I did not realize that enemies would be pouring out of these. That's a problem. So she needs to move out of this range without question. But we have the momentum to give Ignatius a turn. Which I guess I will do. Technically give him bring it down, but I don't think he gets to move in that case. And I don't know how much he can see from where he is. He'd be able to kill both of them with just the bring it down. Maybe that'll be afterwards. Let's do this first. Finest hour.
I'll show you why navigators are feared.
So you get a free turn. I want to get into a position where I can see all of these guys. But I also want to still have access there afterwards for the bring it down, if I wish to just kill them. If I went here, can I melta through both of them? Fortunately, no. Dude, we nearly killed the Genestealer in a single hit with a melta. What? Is there a position I can get to where I can hit both of them? Yes. Well now. That seems incredibly overpowered. Because Ignite... Yeah, it does double damage with Ignite. Well, melta both of them. I think that's a great starting point. Goodbye. Then melta this one. Oh, because he took damage from that effect, where you do half the damage to another enemy. So you're now ready to just instantly die. High momentum, always good. Can you see anyone else to attack? No. Yes. I didn't even see you guys show up. I don't know what the difference between a gunner and a marksman is. They both have the same health. So I don't know which one is scarier and needs to be killed.
Nothing of value has been lost.
But I can then revel and slaughter, which will allow run and gun. Oh, I didn't even see you either. I'm definitely not paying attention. No, so there's nowhere I can go that would allow me to melta through both of them, which is fine. I think we'll take out this guy. Our melee-focused allies might be able to get to them.
Nothing I can't do.
You just take out him.
Standard shots.
Then we can orchestrate flames or ignite. The only enemy who's on fire, though, is just this one in the back. So let's orchestrate flames on you, just to make sure you stay on fire. I don't think you're going to actually die at the start of your turn. 22 fire and 3 bleed is 25 damage and you have 26 health. So I could force it along with Inflame. Yeah, why not?
All too easy.
Let's make burning better in the future. And that will be the end of Ignatius's free turn, though he could theoretically use some of his superiority stuff, but it's fine. Now you still need to move out of this space. I wonder if I gave him a turn, could he melt it through there? Hit multiple. Maybe. There's no cover that she can get to, unfortunately. So just pull back here, I guess. And bring it down on Ignatius. It's ridiculous.
Careful not to cross my gaze.
So he's got his free turn. She's no longer in this zone, which is good. Can you, in fact, melt it through? Hit 2 of them. You can't. Oh, and you could hit Argenta. That would be bad. Alright. I guess... kind of want these 2 dead. Someone else. Maybe Heinrichs? Maybe Pascal? Someone can deal with this.
Nothing I can't do. Nothing of value has been lost.
That one was left alive with 4 health. Ugh. Would be nice to take this one out, though. Yeah, we're gonna take this one out.
Opposing me was your biggest mistake.
Someone else can deal with that one. And again, there's no one to orchestrate flames on because everyone keeps dying. We do have an AP left. I could use it. I could Rebel and Slaughter and run and gun again. It's like we have an AP left. I could just use the demolitions here because we need this opened up. Or we could use this being opened up.
Already done.
Oh, I can't run and gun again?
Absolutely not.
Fine. I guess that's fair. Back again to Cassius' turn. Can you even see enemies to do anything with? From where you moved? Probably not. No, she can't see them. So all she can do is things to hurt this one. I guess go for it. See if you can kill him by movement. No? Made the willpower? I'm leery to do this. But I can probably find a spot that I'm not going to kill allies. Actually, this just seems fine as is.
As duty demands.
Okay. That worked out. Wish you were adjacent because you're probably going to get shot. It's going to make me unhappy. That'll be your turn over. He is focusing. No, I guess this time it's Ignatius. It wasn't Cassie again. Oh, dude.
Don't know what to do.
They did enough damage to drop Ignatius with his ongoing burning. That's not ideal. That is not ideal. Alright, the rest of you have to take out this fight on your own without Ignatius to do everything. That is a shame. These bunkers are really bad. Just the amount of damage they do with no way to stop them. But they just seem to be immune to all damage. And I doubt we can just invigorate to get Ignatius back up. I mean, maybe we can. I guess that's a question. Can I use invigorate? No. Is anyone else severely injured? Pascal is wounded. I could use it on him. No, let's charge forward.
The Emperor is on our side.
Just to get moving forward. Probably have you endure again.
Lord Captain.
Invigorate on Pascal.
Don't object to it.
Then I could do warp speed or iron arm on Abelard or Pascal. Maybe warp speed on Abelard.
See to it.
Get him sped up a bit. And call that good. Alright, Pascal. You should have no trouble doing significant damage to these guys. If you used your first hit, I guess if I moved him up, it's going to end your movement, right? Yeah. So if I put you here, does not kill. I'm really also worried about what happens to Ignatius still within this realm of the trap, since he's obviously not going to move out of it. I don't know. We could do Reckless Abandon to do more damage. I don't think so. Just the large amount of wounds. I mean, temporary hit points is probably fine to make the exchange. And it would give us more damage. Yeah. Let's just go for it. There we go. And this one dies and that one might die. Perfect. Is it down to just this one guy left? Just the Magos and then the buildings that are ruining my day? So yeah, there's not like a switch we could have pulled or something to turn these off. Weird. This is a rough fight.
My vow is to serve.
Yeah, I guess that's that. Shenta, there's not a lot you can do. He can negate all damage from external. And I doubt you're going to be able to get all the way up here before the fight's over. And if you aren't adjacent to this, this one will shoot you. So I could step her a little bit forward, but then she's exposed to the others. Revel and Slaughter. That'll allow you to run and gun again. And then I can see how far that'll take you.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Just to start moving forward. Use some cover from that one.
The
I guess.
Of the Emperor will be undone.
Then maybe just reload.
I'll do it.
Not a lot useful stuff to do with your turn. It's now Abelard's turn. He's got tons of movement because of the warp power, warp speed that he got. This one's not one that he needs to be adjacent to, so I guess just move as far as you can, and then charge. Wow, you can actually charge really far. But I think that'll be fine. No, no, no. Well, I guess finish your charge by attacking this guy. And then endure. There's not really anything left for him to do on his turn. I guess you can go into a defensive stance.
It will be done.
And we will call that good. Take your shots. Ooh. Okay. Oh, was that guy just killed an ally then? I guess so. I did not realize. Now I feel a little bit bad that I killed... Oops. Although you guys are going to be in the way of my melee characters. Like, by a lot. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that. Can you create a new front line here? Kind of. You can't really see any good spots, but you could go here, and that's not bad.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
And then go with kill zone.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Bring it down doesn't allow them to move. Yeah, it's just action points. Although I don't know if he could charge. But he wouldn't be able to get to it. He could just charge one of these Infernus workers and murder them. Which isn't good. We could do voice of command just to give someone some boost.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Then I guess we can go bring it down.
I am a navigator, not a serf.
Is there... Yes, you can charge on voice of command. I wasn't certain. But that means we can get Heinrichs moving forward again. How far can you charge? Not terribly. You can go to here. That's something. There's just really nothing else for you to do. So I guess end your turn. Okay. Poof. They're gone. Okay, that one went off, but it didn't seem to do anything further to Ignatius. Heinrichs. How far can you get? Looks like to here. I doubt you can charge around that corner in any meaningful way because Abelard is just really in the way. Darn. But you could go here.
Step aside.
Then what? You could do another invigorate on Pascal. Or use it on yourself. Do Word of the Emperor. Cover yourself in Abelard, and then go with Shield of the Emperor. Or Purge Soul. No, it does no damage because you're not in the bubble, of course. Let's go Word of the Emperor. To affect both of you.
Naturally.
And then Shield of the Emperor.
throne's glory.
Invigorate on yourself to heal. We're getting a bunch of warpy stuff happening. I wish you could charge, but Abelard's in your way. Abelard, do you still have warp speed, or is that a one-turn buff that we gave you? No, you still have warp speed. So we could give him Iron Arm as well.
I won't object to it.
Could we give warp speed to Pascal? We can.
But of course, Lord Captain.
Just keep warp buffing everyone. And that'll be the end of your turn, Heinrichs. Pascal. There you go. You can actually get all the way up to here, which is still not close enough. Actually, it is because of your area attack. That still not showing any damage. But you're definitely within the bubble from there. Go there. Is that really not... Oh, I totally just moved Heinrichs into this area attack. That's a problem that suddenly occurred to me. Analyze him. There we go. Now we're showing real damage. Go Reckless Abandon, but you're already hurt enough that I don't want to. And you have no damage over time effects currently. No, I think we just need to hit. Do some damage. 70 damage. Not bad. And now we have some damage over time effects. That's 16 bleed. You still have 293 health. That's not cool. Yeah, do joint analysis. So then my allies can do more damage. I think we're going to call that good for Pascal's turn. Yeah, nothing else really stands out. Argenta, not a lot you can do either. Just keep moving forward. But until you're within the bubble, you can't do anything. I mean, there's no harm in me taking the shot, but it does 0 damage. I doubt a grenade would be different. even though the attack would be from inside. But the attack is being sent from outside. Alright, Abelard, you can get outside of this range, which is nice. So let's move you, say, here. And then charge. That's totally viable. And if we did that, we could do Reckless Strike and Sworn Enemy for 2 AP.
Victory is imminent.
Which I think we'll do.
Indeed.
Then we charge. For a good solid strike. With a good parry. Nice. And I could do defensive strike, or I could do another attack. I will do the other attack.
At your beck and call.
Good. Now because he's got dual wielding, he can also do this attack. But then he can't endure this turn. Or defensive stance.
I will do my duty.
But I think another attack is worthwhile. Yeah, you're doing some pretty good damage, Abelard. Ow. That's a lot of hits. I think, Cassia, I need you to just do good buff things from back here. From there, could you bring it down on Abelard? You cannot. Are you unable to see him from here? Maybe. Would you see him better from here? Or is he too far away? Might be too far away. If we did... Or maybe these are blocking line of sight. We did voice of command. No, we can't use it on anyone. Which is odd to me. It's gotta be just a line of sight thing. What other options do I have that are useful? Since only people in melee range or within the bubble can hurt him. If we had a tiny bit more momentum... Oh no, she couldn't give another turn with that. She's already used it. So even if our momentum was up there, it still wouldn't work. What options do I have? I wish there was something I could do to pull Heinrichs out of position because he's about to get blasted. I could give him a defensive bonus. 11% dodge. It's not nothing. This zone already has kill zone in, I believe. No. Alright, let's put you here. We can't voice of command anyone useful, unfortunately. Or bring it down. We can bring it down on Heinrichs. We can set this up as a kill zone. Possibly even moving it. There. So it covers everyone.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered
So let's do
around.
that. Then we turn it into a kill zone.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Still want voice of command to work. But we can give another turn to Heinrichs. And see what that opens up to potentially move him out of this zone. He doesn't get any movement points. I know that. But I'm wondering... Immediately restores all AP and MP and gains +6 movement points until the end of turn. They do not lose movement points after performing attacks. The warrior has no limit on melee weapon attacks this turn. That, I think, is our solution. What's this one? Until the next turn, the Vanguard attacks each enemy that attacks the Vanguard's allies in 3-cell radius. No. Use this one. We've got our high momentum. And I guess technically he could charge. But no. Daring breach.
Power surge.
Which means I could put him here and then have him charge. So then he gets his charge bonuses.
Let's see to it.
And he's outside of the blast. Not doing nearly as much damage as Abelard did. We could go psychic damage. It doesn't show that it does more damage. May trigger psychic phenomena and perils of the warp. I don't know if we want to risk that when the degradation is so high. Feels like just asking for problems. So you still have, yeah, all of your warp speed and iron arm, I'm sure. Warp speed, iron arm, word of the Emperor. Good, good, good. You could do Purge Soul, that does some damage. 22 to 27 versus your sword. 24 to 33. No, sword's better.
Naturally.
I think just keep attacking since you have no attack limit. There we go. Unfortunate that Ignatius went down early on. We teleported over there and then woke up. The old man before you resembles a human being, but the scaled, bony growths going from the bridge of his nose to the top of his bloated, hairless head, the grotesque cheekbones, and the black claws on his meaty fingers leave no doubt that this creature is a genetic aberration. He utters in a creaking voice, black spittle spraying from his mouth, "You have spilt the blood of the congregation. You've offended the purest of his chosen children. You heretic!" The creature's last words elicits a nervous laugh from the nearby enforcers. The irony of this embodied perversion of the human form, accusing you of heresy, is not lost on them. The confessor's whispers a quiet prayer. The Master-at-Arms is watching the old man's every move, her lips twisted in contempt. Master-at-Arms report, Heinrich. I see that you found the hole through which the mutants wormed in their way inside. Master-at-Arms report. Sarbak's gaze remains trained on the mutant. You notice deep wounds on her chest and shoulder, but she shows no signs of acknowledging their existence. Strike forces have cleared the side sections of mutants. The freaks fought like madmen, but they could not match the skill of the Von Valencius enforcers. Once victory was secured, our pursuit units made sure that none would escape. Our flamer squads are in the process of purging the crypt. All degenerates confirmed dead. Jocasta Sarbak, I pardon the enforcers of negligence that led to treason endangering the ship. You and your people have proven yourselves. Sarbak, I've rectified the consequences of your blunder, but that does not mean I've forgotten who was responsible for letting the taint spread on my ship. That's a bit rough. Genestealers are very good at what they do, so I'm not going to blame her for not doing better than anyone else. I pardon the enforcers for their negligence that led to treason endangering the ship. You and your people have proven yourselves. She bows her head respectfully and her expression relaxes. She responds with a weak smile. Thank you for restoring our honor, Lord Captain. Heinrich, I see that you found a way inside. I see you found the hole through which the mutant scum wormed their way inside. We have. The discovery cost the guild 68 souls. It was crowded in those tunnels. They set monsters on us, but few things can scare someone who has seen a fire in the arsenal bay. And Adelbert, how much of the crypt has been desecrated? The accursed spawn of disrespected the spirits of the dead, but thankfully they did not have enough time to wreak as much destruction as they could have. Many tombs were disturbed, but what is the most outrageous, Adelbert carefully presents you with a sapphire blue gemstone. They spot to despoil Lady Theodora's urn. After her ladyship's cremation, her ashes were made into this magnificent relic, an example of resilience and purity. One of the heretics dared to lay claim to it. Abelard stares at the gem with a crestfallen expression. His lip twitches as if he is struggling against a new wave of grief, or else enraged at the thought of someone so heinously violating Theodore's rest. He forces himself to look away without saying a word. Do all rogue traders have their remains turned into gemstones? We could keep it, or we could return the relic to her urn. Probably return it to the urn. I have no need for Theodora's gem. Do all rogue traders have their remains turned into gemstones? Not all, no. Tradition demands that the Lord Captain's body be buried, so that no one could use the samples of their tissue or blood to gain access to the ship's systems that require the rogue trader's genetic imprint. Lady Theodora herself once voiced her desires to be turned into a stone. Well, return the relic to Lady Theodora's urn. I will perform the ritual and pray in hopes of easing Lady Theodora's anger. The ashes of the other eminent dead, whose rest was disturbed, will be transferred to the reliquary chapel. Rites of redemption will be held day and night. Thousands of the ship's crew will be allowed to kneel before the relics and pray for the Lord Captain's health and the dynasty's prosperity. Well then, let's see what the ringleader has to say. You shall perish in the cold void. Your heart shall beat its last under the light of uncaring stars. Your lungs shall become trees of ice within your chest. You will never receive the grace of the many-armed emperor. The old man calls curse after curse upon you with spiteful satisfaction. I don't want the grace of the many-armed emperor, thank you very much. I have words to say to you as well, heretic. Every beast akin to you shall perish in the flames of purgation. Their hearts shall burn away, and their lungs shall boil until their chests burst. You promise us death? We are already cutting through your vicious spawn. The old man lets out a hateful shriek and starts thrashing like a monster of the warp before a holy image. Sauerback, make it hurt, or nudge one of his wounds with the toe of your boot. Sauerback, make it hurt. I've been waiting for this. The sounds of your voice hangs in the air as the steel toe of Sauerback's mag boot pulverizes the man's knee, and bone shards shred his decrepit flesh like shrapnel. The old man doubles over, but is not in pain or fear, but burning hatred that contorts his face. Go on, torture me. I'll endure it all. My time may be up, but you are all doomed. I will gladly spit the words of truth in your face, and they will burn you like acid. In death, I will ascend to the hosts of pure voices, and I will await the day when you will pay for the shed blood of his children. It was you I saw in that vision. Are you the leader of this spawn? What are you, mutants or xenos? Who is this many-armed emperor? Why did you make your lair here in the crypt? It was you I saw in that vision. Are you the leader of this spawn? The mutant erupts in wet, slurping laughter. Gross. I am the herder of the pure. The many-armed emperor has blessed my mind with the ability to behold him. I guided his children until you came and slaughtered us, heretic. The loathsome tribe has spawned a sorcerer, Sauerback grimaces in disgust, no doubt to help them brainwash more victims and swell the cult's ranks. Psychic ability, human-like appearance, high status within the cult. I believe we are looking at a so-called magus, a psychically gifted genestealer cultist. The cult's elite. A magus's specialty is recruitment and subjugation. This is just a dumb question, but I'm going to ask it. What are you? Are you mutants or xenos? His face becomes a gloating grimace. We are the pure. We are the congregation, children of the many-armed emperor, the genetic perfection of existence. You will never understand. You are of inferior flesh. Your genes are woven from feebleness and misery. We are the new curve to of the spiral. We are one, and thus we are strong. Pascal's visor flashes scarlet, growing brighter with every word. This statement is false. Only the true flesh is perfect. You are a scrap of ignorant meat, and this vaunted genetic perfection, which you are not, will be ground into nothing by the cogs of the Omnissiah. The old man shrinks and hisses as his face is bathed in the red light of the visor, itself framed by the shadows of writhing mechadendrites. It's so funny where we're just like, you know, you're clearly mutant or xenos or something off with you. We know, obviously, xenos, but apparently we don't know. And Pascal is just like, no, only metal is perfect. Both normal flesh and your warped xeno flesh are clearly imperfect and would ground into nothing. Who is the many-armed emperor? The true God who comes through the void to us, his devout children. The universe is an abyss of horrors, and only he can save us. But not you, vile heretics. You are all doomed. Why'd you make your lair here in the crypt? None wandering here. We are free to offer our prayers without fear of discovery, and the sight of dead heretics was pleasing. Trampling your bones was a righteous act. That is why I ordered the pure to sunder the walls of your bone vault and make this place a sanctuary for the congregation. He sneers. Huh. We failed a demolition test. The malice alight in the abomination's eyes leaves no doubt. No barrier could have stopped him, intent as he was on committing sacrilege. Potentially if we had succeeded, maybe we would have figured out a way to stop them from being able to get in here in the future. I don't know. Now I see why so many inspectors in the adjacent compartments have had accidents. Are there more of your freaks on board? Where did you even come from? 40 years ago, the profaner Theodora, the false sovereign, stopped at the trade outpost Herioch's Rim and replenished her crew. The outpost had long served as a bastion of the pure. My brother and I were chosen to embark on our ship and prepare it for the coming of the many-armed emperor. This uprising against your godless dominion has been many years in the making. Awareness test failed. We are failing a bunch of checks right now. Herioch's Rim. That cesspool of abomination must be burned. Who knows how many ships they've infected over the decades. That's true. If every ship that goes through and picks up crew is picking up Genestealers to just send them elsewhere in the galaxy, that's... a deep purge needs to be done there. I've had enough. Hang this carrion. The man's face twists and rages, his milky eyes bulge. He hisses, "The many-armed emperor cometh. The true God shall avenge us, and when he does, I will laugh." His string of doomsaying is silenced by a kick from the master-at-arms. Yep, much holy fire is needed. Alright, we got another level up, which I will take care of, but we are well over time, so I'm going to leave the rest of talking to people and wandering around and whatnot for next stream. But we'll do this on this stream. So we get a new ability. Did I get any new psyker abilities by having the next rank of psyker terminus? It seems not. That one only helps with adjacent. That one's kill 8 creatures in one combat, which is super rough. Psyker gains inscribed soul. It costs no EP, but deals direct damage to the psyker equal to 25% of the psyker's maximum. The next psychic power will... yeah, doesn't seem great. I guess I've yet to see anything terribly awful with getting our Veil Degradation to max and triggering psychic phenomena and perils of the warp. So the idea of doing 25% of our maximum health to us just to stop having some perils of the warp feels not needed. Yeah. No, I think I'm just going to keep focusing on being a better psyker. We'll just raise our resolve. It's fine. Cassia. I guess we'll grab that one. I've been thinking about it for a while, so might as well. Abelard. I don't know. We'll go with that one. Penalize their dodge. Enemies dodge. It's probably good. I kind of like this one. Critical hits scored by anyone within the psyker's line of sight, which is a lot, including the psyker themselves. Increase the psyker's critical damage. Psyker's psi rating increases by 1 until the end of combat every time an ally uses a heroic act. Dude. No, that's super good. That's very good. Potentially giving him several pluses to his psi rating. We'll just go with that. Boosts power weapons. And then lastly, Argenta. Doing more damage anytime an enemy is killed by a crit. I think we'll just go with that. Call that good enough. And so that's where we're going to end the stream since we are way over time. And next time we will take the time to talk to the confessors, look around at the bodies, whatever else is left in here. But we'll deal with that then. So I hope you all had fun, and I'll see you next time. Bye.